Alrighty, Caten Hyde, Senior Associate Athletic Director of Creative over at Texas. Caden, big day for the Longhorns, big Monday, but it all started with this reimagined rebrand of the Longhorn Network. What can fans really expect from this new initiative?
Really exciting new venture for us with our partners at Learfield. We're in this together with Endeavor Streaming. It's just a new opportunity for Longhorn Nation, a new place, a new home for them to find all things Texas Longhorns, on-demand content, some opportunities for live press conferences and live stats feeds as well. And then we've got some exciting things planned for the fall for new episodic and serial content that we really think Longhorn Nation is going to be excited about.
So just to be clear, there is the SEC network that will be linear and streaming. This won't, with Longhorn Network, this reimagined LHN, it won't be, will be airing live events from the SEC network.
Yeah, that's a great question. And that's something we definitely want to make sure people know where to find what. So with the SEC, they obviously have their rights holders with the Disney family. And so, our games will be on ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, SEC Network, all those networks inside of the Disney family. And so our fans will be able to find our live games via ESPN, Watch ESPN, and then if they currently have Longhorn Network via their cable package, they actually already receive SEC Network as well. So for all of our live games, our live competitions, fans are going to be able to find it on ESPN platforms, and then they're going to be able to go to our LHN platform after the fact to catch highlights, recaps, and post-game press conferences and those sorts of things.
So basically, this won't be for live games. That's strictly with just to be crystal clear.
Yeah, so for football game days, our fans are going to have an opportunity for a pretty unique second screen experience. So we may be playing on ESPN or SEC Network, but via our Longhorn Network app, they're going to be able to have a live stats feed with our home radio. So they'll be able to have Craig Way on the call via their device via our LHN app with live stats feeds as a really unique and cool second screen experience for our game on the SEC network or ESPN or ESPN2.
So with the post-game press conferences, I think that will be a big pull for this LHN streaming service. Is the goal to do that for every single sport at Texas?
That's something we're going to work into. Year one, we definitely have a plan to carry Coach Sarkisian's Monday game preview press conference live on the LHN app, as well as his post-game press conference. And as we dive into this venture further, we're going to work on those other sports, but we know we're going to come out of the gates with Coach Sark on Mondays and post-game live on the LHN app.
One person on Twitter asked, will there be replays of football games or any other sports? So once it airs maybe on the family of ESPN networks, will then it go to this streaming platform?
Yeah, that's another great question. So full replays will be a little bit limited by our rights to the full replay, the full game via the SEC networks, or excuse me, via the SEC's contractual obligations with Disney. But we're going to have access to highlights, and then we also do have a pretty good archive of Longhorn Network aired games from the last 14 years.
Now, speaking of those archive games, is that going to be, and I read the press release, but similar to Hulu or Netflix, where you can basically just search a specific game and it'll pop up? And will that be for every sport, or will that build as well?
Yeah, that's another great question. So coming out of the gates, you're going to be able to watch our football games that have aired on Longhorn Network during its time. And then as time goes on, we're going to be moving over more files from the vault from the ESPN Longhorn Network archives so that fans can go back and watch some classics from other sports as well.
I guess for the fans, it is not easy to go through archival footage and then put it on a platform. That's a tedious process. So, is that something though that a process that you guys hope to accomplish as days and years pass with this platform?
Yeah, absolutely. Our partners at Longhorn Network had many years, over a decade worth of really quality game coverage as well as features. So we've got some awesome content already migrated over from ESPN's Longhorn Network to our platform that have told the stories of our student athletes, current and former, through the years. So there's some really cool stuff already available on the platform for when it launches. And then we're going to continue to migrate content over as we go, because as you alluded to, it's pretty hard to just snap your fingers and move 14 years worth of content over. But it's really cool. There's some really talented people who have worked at Longhorn Network over the years, and they've worked very hard to tell the stories of our student athletes, coaches, and staff. So there's some really cool things that will be available on the platform day one.
Speaking of those talented people over at LHN, are some of them going to shift over? How is that going to work? Are there going to be some studio like shows still, or pregame stuff that you guys will run through Longhorn Network? Is that the game plan?
Yeah, so through our partnership with Learfield, who, of course, is our multimedia rights holder, they're working through Learfield Studios on a few staff positions where we'll have a few more boots on the ground here on campus in Austin to help tell the story of our student athletes, coaches, and staff in episodic serial form. As well as, we are still exploring the opportunities for pregame and postgame shows. So some of this stuff is still to be hashed out as we head into the fall, but we do feel really good about the game plan that we have in place.
And this may be simple, but for those who want to download the app July 1st, just go to the App Store. Pretty simple. That's all you got to do. Search Longhorn Network and you can download it, and it's free.
Yeah, the LHN app will be available for smartphones and connected TVs. So you'll have the opportunity to just go on and download the app on your device's app store, and then you'll be able to have on-demand content right at your fingertips there. And then it'll of course be available as well on web. So each platform and each device with a slightly different experience, but it's really cool to be able to pull it up on your TV or your desktop or your mobile device.
Is there anything I didn't ask that I should have asked that people should know about this change and rebirth, basically, of LHN?
Yeah, it's really important to us that our fans know where they can find our live games. So our live games will still be carried via the SEC's partners in Disney. So we'll still be playing on ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, and SEC Network. And it's really the shoulder program and the additional programming that our fans are going to be able to find on LHN that's going to be really cool experience for them. We're working on some series that are going to really dive in and tell the stories of our student athletes that'll start to get rolled out this fall, and there's some more information to come on those as those details get ironed out. But we're really excited about the opportunity to populate this platform. And then one other thing that I should be sure to mention too is our partners over in Moody College of Communications, Bevo Video Productions. They're going to be really instrumental in our operation now through this LHN app, but also our obligations to the SEC and the SEC network with our campus control room project. So it's really an exciting time to be a student athlete at Texas, and it's also an exciting time to be a student at Texas who's got an interest in sports broadcasting or content creation around sports. So we're really excited about the opportunities to work with the students as well.
Love that. Love that. Yeah, this should be really cool. I think it's certainly the wave of how people are consuming sports. So it'll be interesting to see the growth of this rebirth of LHN. I'm excited. Thanks for the time, Caten. I know it's a busy Monday for you guys, but I do appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, man.